Oh, got to get these out of the way. Good enough. Alright, it is time to start on case 1. I'm not gonna really take any time here. I'm just gonna get right to it. I don't think there's anything in case 1 that is thick, so I can put these away. Alright, so this is our 2-case break, Season 1 and Season 5, Game of Thrones. We just opened up Season 5, we're on to Season 1. Back to Blowout cards. It's late, I want to get this done. Extra sticky tape. Hoping for 12 Amelia Clarks out of this one. Alright, I forgot to pull up the checklist, so just give me 1 second. I know there's a lot less to worry about looking for in this. Just base, parallels, the 2 autographs per box, houses, quotables, win or die. Oh yeah, and you get a shadow box set. Should get a set. I mean, I've never not gotten a set. Okay. No time to waste. Box 2687. One thing I tell you, I wish they need to taper their box lids, the flap, just a bit, because it really sticks when you're trying to get these out. There, we got some sticking. That'll make for a fun, slow break. There's one of our houses. And even if you were one of the ones that I was talking with in the Case 5 break that we just finished, don't forget, post your username again. Just so I know, because it's, who's here, who's not here. There's a foil. There's other houses. die. Hey, what's going on, Russell? How'd you do in the random? Quotable. Oh, what? You're in one of the breaks. That's. I mean, I remember seeing your name. What are you in right now? What's going on? Last Jedi and Supergirl are the other two that just recently filled. Okay. So you're in some breaks that are coming up, and nothing is filled. Yeah, you recommended Flair Spidey. That's not looking too good, especially since I was finally able to get the Flair X-Men up, because that's just about full. I know a couple people posted in spots for Flair X-Men. I haven't updated it yet, so I'm thinking there's only probably about 4 or 5 spots left in that. I mean, it filled pretty quick. Not sure if it was quick enough to do a second case. And if you're in that second case of Bombshells too, that's not looking too good. It's taking forever. Alright, so we got some good ones right off the bat. There you go. Aidan Gillen. I don't know if there's any spelling thing. And Maisie. But the woman that plays Nebula, isn't her name Karen Gillan? I don't know if it's spelled the same or not. Masterworks 2017 Star Wars Masterworks? So something I was saying in while we were opening up the season 5 case was that, you know, most of the actors in this, you know, this show is what made a lot of them big. So the autographs in general really aren't that hard to pull, you know, of any particular person. I would have thought that Ned Stark would actually be the hardest. I mean, like, at least I knew him from other stuff. Well, Russell, like I always say, I'll try anything. If people want to open up something. You know, just post it up in my thread and see if anybody's interested. Has it? Oh, okay. Now I know when we were opening up the first case of season 1, was the Mark Addy, was that a hard card to pull? A couple people were, I feel like more than one person kept looking for it. And we got both. I think we got regular full bleed and border to this guy, this Jamie Sivs. And again, I guess I got to rewatch season 1. I don't remember Jory Castle. These are all extra base card in that pack. Now that I'm curious real quick. So let's see. Because they didn't mention... Let's see. So Peter Dinklage was a 6-case incentive. But they didn't give anybody any odds on anybody. Sean Bean, 3-case incentive. Yeah, Peter Dinklage, 6-case incentive. So they did a 3 and a 6. They didn't do a 9-case incentive. House Tyrell. Hey, has anybody posted anything on Blowout about Wonder Woman 2? They were just talking. I was listening to something today, and they were talking about it. Was there like a trailer released or something? Or some kind of a teaser? There's our second autograph. Little baby brand. Oops, crooked. Okay, yeah, that's what they were saying. I'm trying to understand. There's a winner die. I mean, he was in that plane that blew up near the end. So they're going to pull a Captain America on him. Have him somehow come back 30 years later. Box 5620. There's our first shadow box. To be honest with you, I mean, they're nice looking cards, but they really did not do a good job with these shadow box cards. Like every one that I pulled from the last case too, like the glue's coming off the sides and the cards aren't the same size. But you know, it is what it is if they're all the same. So is anybody, let's see. Any of you guys in the Rick and Morty break? So win or die. Still waiting for a hard release date on that. I think it was the Pick 88 was asking about doing an archive box of Twin Peaks. I had talked to Rittenhouse today or yesterday, and they still haven't finalized their checklist yet, so they don't know what's in the archive box. So I couldn't work one up. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of Twin Peaks, and I don't know the value of what some of these signers might be, but the archive box Blowout has a price on it right now. I just can't imagine there's value in that at that price, but I don't know. Yeah, with the breaks that are coming up, let's see, Last Jedi I think comes out next week. And then I'm not sure when Supergirl comes out. I know its initial date was like next week too, but there isn't a checklist or a date set on Cryptozoic's website, so obviously that's not a real date. Alright, we start with Miltos Yerolimu, Sirio. I am shocked that Last Jedi filled so quick. I mean, everybody's so up in arms about Solo. I thought for sure that it was going to take a while. Oh, I gotta rearrange my stacks here. And good old Tywin, Charles Dance. Now, I'm not 100% sure, so maybe one of you guys can answer this for me, but a few nights ago, either I woke up early or I went to bed late, I don't know which, and Sacha Baron Cohen, the movie Ollie G, was on, and was the main foil in that movie, was that Charles Dance, who at the end was in leathers and a belly shirt, shaking his butt in high heels? I didn't care enough to look it up completely, but that just reminded me. It's one of those things that his movies are, I mean, I don't want to say they're bad, because they're not bad, but they're different. And that one, yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't exactly a good movie. I mean, but you know, that's what you expect when it, like I said, it was on at like 3 in the morning on HBO one night. Yeah, I'm not sure. Just there's a shadow box. I'm not sure about him in general. Like Borat was funny. Bruno was all right. Trying to think what the other one was. The brother or whatever one, Grimsby. That actually was kind of funny. But maybe because I like I forget his first name, but Strong, the other guy. I was actually looking forward to him playing Freddie Mercury in that Queen movie, but I think the deal is with the way I count his movies. It's that's the kind of movie you just go in, you turn your brain off, and you sit there and you just stupid, childish, you laugh. Kind of like first time I saw Ace Ventura, same exact kind of thing. I have to find somewhere I got lists of movies that I want to watch. Every time I see those, like the 100 greatest films, you'll get them the day of release. I don't think it was you, Russell, but stop me if we start talking about this again. You know what? Just a matter of fact, was it yesterday or the day before? I didn't watch it. I just saw it was on. I'd seen it before, but the original Italian Job was on. I really like, I mean, depending on how big of a heist you get to, I'm not sure how big of a heist your movies were, like, again, like Italian Job was, a big heist, or like the Ocean's movies. But I always liked the movie The Score with Robert De Niro and Ed Norton. Elias Gable as Rakaro. So I guess he's one of the Dothraki. Yeah, I like that movie. Oh, no, that's the thick ones. Couldn't tell you how it was, rated like Rotten Tomatoes or anything. And Mark Addy, King Robert. Yeah, I like Ronin. I don't know. I mean, everybody really raves about Heat, but it was okay. Honestly, I didn't think it was the greatest. But I like Ronin. But yeah, Italian Job. I'm sure. I mean, that's a pretty big one. I'm sure you watched that original and remake. Remake's a lot of fun. Oh, I wish I could remember the name of it. I watched a movie. I don't know what kind of channels you have over in your neck of the woods there. Here's our case topper. But they keep adding all these channels onto our cable. Yes, agreed. And I really like oh God, why am I drawing a blank? The Professional, Jean Reno. Except when he was in Godzilla. I tried watching, I forget what it was called, but the one with Jason Statham where they rob a bank or something, and like the people that did the robbing, they're all kind of like going against each other. I don't know, it got a little much. I stopped watching it. Well, that's not a bad thing. And it's funny, when my son was little, he liked that movie, but we only would watch. It was like the oh God, what's his name? Who did the first Hulk movie before Ed Norton? Eric Bana. Like, he liked the Hulk movie, but we would only watch the last 15 minutes. Anyway, so I was saying is, so there's a bunch of channels that have, over the last couple of years that have been added to our cable, and they're all old shows, mostly old TV shows. So if you want to watch, Sanford and Son or Dragnet or, anything like that, you go to these channels. And then they also play some movies. And there was a movie I had never seen before, and oh my God, I'm drawing a blank on the title. So if you're good at movies, maybe you'll know it. But it's about these people that rob and they steal a bank, and they steal the entire bank. It was they were building a new bank in some little, nothing town, and they had the temporary bank was in a trailer. So they end up just taking the entire trailer. And I want to say Brian Dennehy was in it, I think. I can't remember who the main actor was. A couple of the other people, there were some bit actors that like I knew by face but not by name. But it wasn't bad. And then there's like a whole big chase scene at the end where the trailer is on the loose. going like down a hill on the on a road. But like what they do is they real quick, like they paint it and then they park it in a trailer park. Why is that not ringing a bell to me? Silverado. Yeah, I don't get a ton of time to watch movies. So if I happen, like when I'm going to bed, if I flip channels. Oh, a double. Not cool at all. Well, I mean, I'm saying that now. It was cool when we got doubles of Jason Momoa, so I guess, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad. But it's that same Dothraki guy. Alright, they better make up for it with the second autograph in here. Yeah, not bad. It's not Amelia Clark. Alright, so first up is this Elias Gable guy again. Oh, I might run out of soft sleeves for the autographs. Go get another pack. And Hodor. Christian Narn. Oh, it's a Western. I've seen it. As soon as you said Kevin Kline and Danny Glover, I've seen it. Yeah. On one of the pay channels the other night, I only got to watch about a half an hour of it before dinner. Gladiator was on. That's a great movie. Not a heist movie though. Cards are stuck together. See, when you start getting into like writers and directors and stuff like that, I'm clueless. There's very few movies that I'll know who the writer or director was. tell you what movie to stay away from. I watched, you know, again, it's one of those things. You get in bed, it's a mistake. You get in bed late at night, and there's something on, and then it ends up keeping you up, and you watch the entire damn movie. Ghost in the Shell, the one with Scarlett Johansson. That was not worth watching. That was on a couple weeks ago. I mean, visually, it's a really cool movie, but the movie itself sucked. Upside down. There was an original live-action Ghost in the Shell. I mean, I know there was the cartoon. I thought it was an ongoing series, not a movie, though. And I used to see it on Adult Swim or, you know, whatever the thing, like a late Saturday nights or whatever. I still haven't seen Solo and Infinity War, so I'm really behind. Alright, autograph time. Nope, not that one. Try that again. Autograph time. This has to be an autograph. Can't believe it's the two top. Alright. That's an autograph. Didn't see it. I think it was bordered. I don't think it was full bleed. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh man, another double. Brand. This is really atypical for and technically not a double, but here's this guy again, but in a bordered version. I'm not saying there weren't a couple of good autographs so far, but I'm not feeling the doubles. Alright, let's make up for it now. I have no idea. I'd have to ask. I mean, do they show is sold out on their on the website? Because I would think they wouldn't. They would at least show one case, even if they had more than one. You know, and they wanted to slow roll them out. I could pretty much. Okay. As long as they don't change the price on us, because I have a feeling that however many cases that they still have, they've been sitting on them for a long time. You know, it's not something that people are. I don't think they were actively ripping them. Of course, now that Solo, I mean, that's what made me think of this, do this in the first place. Hey, Russell, I got a question for you. So, I doubt you got your stuff yet from me because it hasn't been that long. An archive box of season 1. That'd be crazy. Well, I mean, realistically, it's probably worth what, $3,500? I'm taking a guess, maybe closer to $4,000. If you were to piece out the contents. And just think, at one point that was a freebie to somebody. Oh, you know what? I got sidetracked. I didn't even ask it. All right, so you wouldn't have gotten the stuff yet from these past breaks, because I think it's only been a week. I think you usually average about 2.5 weeks. I think it was to get stuff that I send to you. So you have to pay customs. How does that work? Like when you get the package in the mail, is there like a little receipt on it, or do they just tell you got to come to the post office and pay us, a couple of bucks for it? Alright, so this box made up for it a little bit. So we got Owen Teal, Yeah, so I was wondering how that worked. Yeah. And Kit Harington, Jon Snow. The future, whatever he's going to be. Mr. Daenerys, King of the North. Well, we still have 10 more chances at Clark. Yeah, so I was curious, Russell, because I had done, it was actually a trade, so I don't know how he sent them to me on his end from England, some cards, and like I didn't have to pay anything. You think Jon Snow will be the Night King? That was another thing about Game of Thrones, is whichever season it was, when Bran made it to, come on, there we go. There's our Shadow Box of Tyrion. So when Bran made it to the tree, and the Three-Eyed Raven was showing him everything, you know, because he was going to become the Three-Eyed Raven, blah, blah, blah. Didn't they show some guy tied to the tree, and then they put like a piece of dragon glass? There's our autograph already. That was backpack. So we got Esme Bianco as Roz. Come on. There we go. But I was gonna say is, didn't they show, like in one of the flashback things, the leaf, if it was her or if it was one of the other leafy people, they take a guy and they stick so there's actually been more than one Night King? I just assumed there was only the one Night King. I mean, they changed actors, but I just thought it was the same guy. I barely have time to watch the shows. I definitely don't have time to read a 1,200-page book. Maybe I'll have to check and see if they have the Game of Thrones books on audiobook. Can listen to them while I'm driving to work. So if he never puts the book out, how are they going to end the TV show? How bad do they hit you on that? I mean, I know I usually only put either $25 or $40. I never put a big price. I mean, do they come back and say, oh, it's got to be worth more than that? So if Stannis Baratheon is still alive, is he still fighting to try and take the throne? So sometimes you don't get taxed at all, Russell? I'm just curious, how it works. Because I fully expected, I mean, like if you guys have to pay customs fees when I send stuff to you, I kind of figured it worked the same way, in reverse. Alright, Ian McElhenney. And focus. Okay, 8 more chances. There'll be something big. Hopefully it'll be a Clark, but out of all the people that are available, to get, Russell, it probably depends on if they know anything about cards or not. So they don't usually, Russell, they just go based off of what I declared it at. I mean, I know I can't say, $5 because that's kind of obvious that I'm lying, but if I were to say $25 instead of 40, for instance, You know, it'll save you a few dollars. Well, it says it because on international, I don't have a choice. It says how much the postage cost me, and that's the problem is the weight. It's not a sliding scale. Oh, come on, friggin' double. I mean, back-to-back boxes. I mean, it's not technically a double because the first one was bordered and this one is full bleed. But U.S. postage out, it's like, and it's not everywhere, but in most countries, it goes up to 8 ounces is this is shadow box, is $13 and something cents, and then over 8 ounces and up to 2 pounds. It's Mr. Stark. Alright, so anyway, so over 8 ounces and under 2 pounds is $22 roughly. So I mean, that's a pretty wide weight range to have the same postage cost. You know, 9 ounces or 2 pounds. And then once you get over 2 pounds, then it's just insane. Because again, once under, I'm trying to think now. Now I don't remember. When it's over 2 pounds, can I not use first class package anymore? Then I have to go to priority, or is it 4 pounds? That part I don't remember. But it never made sense to me to have such a wide weight range on packages for the postage cost. Now, you would think they could do a better job. Because if I remember correctly, and I'm pretty sure it was you, one of the early breaks you had joined, I think it was actually cheaper for me to send everything in 2 packages than to send it in 1 package. Okay, autograph is in that pack. Pretty sure it was not Amelia Clark. Couldn't tell you who it was. But I think you could see the side of her blonde hair right from the get-go. Be somebody good, be somebody good. Oh. Alright. Caitlin Stark. It doesn't want to go in. I'm not going to force it. Let's try flipping it around. There it goes. Alright, down to 6 more chances. No. I mean, I don't know if it was when your computer froze. We did hit Jon Snow. I mean, we've gotten a lot of the, a lot of big names, but I'm really not happy with the duplicate autographs. Especially so many of them. I mean, I understand some of them are, because it's bordered versus full bleed, so technically it's not a double, but we've gotten 3 or 4 of the same person. John Bradley, Sam Tarley. Shadow box. Yep. So, still one more shadow box to finish off the set. I forget exactly who's in the set, but I'm guessing it's Jamie or Cersei. I think that's actually a pretty decent hit. I feel like, again, somebody had mentioned Jack Gleason as Joffrey. Okay, now we have 4 chances left. Here's our last shadow box. Cersei. Made it this far, now the wrappers are starting to not cooperate. We're getting close. Theon. I think the first one was full bleed, but here's another Roz. Two more chances. That's right, Russell. Two chances. Not exactly the best odds in the world. I liked it better when we had 24 chances. But not saying we didn't pull some nice stuff, but no Amelia Clark. Working our way down. Just about at the end. So this case was, except for I think 2 times, this case was pretty consistent there. I'm opening slower because I'm petering out. You can hold on. There's only 5 packs, 6 packs left, I think. Ah, saw the blonde there for a second, but it's Creepy Brother. So it's either going to, you think that's a good sign, it's either going to be his sister or the man who killed him. Here we go. Please, 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 please. Not a blonde. That is brawn, not a blonde. Oh well, no Clark in this one. No Momoa either. A lot of doubles. Not exactly happy with, come on, get in there. Not exactly happy getting so many doubles. That's the gamble we take on these. Yeah, we did get a Julian Glover in either one of the season 1 or season 4s. All right, so no Clark, no Momoa. We got Jon Snow. I guess would be our biggest. Caitlin Stark. We got 2 Aryas, one from season 5, one from season 1. There's, let's see, Hodor, Bronn. Excuse me. I don't remember who else is in here. Oh, we got Robert. So I mean, there's decent stuff in here. Just there isn't the main person that we were looking for. I will scan these tomorrow night. It's late. I got to get myself to bed for work. So I'll do those tomorrow night, and then we will, and then I'll get sorted on the base sets. So thanks again, and I'll see you on the next break.